I didn't think he would actually leave me. Not over something like this, but yeah, it happened. I'm Lauren and I'm 32 years old and well, I guess I need to get this off my chest. It's been a couple of weeks since everything went down and honestly, I still can't believe it's come to this. I never intended to push him that far, but I just wanted him to get a grip. Like, I didn't think he'd react the way he did, but he did. I thought we had a good thing, you know? We've been through so much, but when I told him to man up in front of our friends, that was the breaking point. I don't get it. We were at our friend's place, just hanging out like we always do, everyone laughing and having drinks. But Ryan wasn't saying anything. He's usually kind of quiet, but tonight he was just sitting there, staring into his drink. Normally, he'd at least make some joke or comment about the game on TV, but nope. Nothing. Got to me. I mean, we've got 2 kids at home, we've got bills piling up, life's hard. But I'm the one doing everything. Getting the kids to school, paying the bills, making sure the house doesn't turn into a disaster. So what's his deal? Why was he being such a downer? First, I tried to give him some space, like I gave him some looks to let him know he wasn't off the hook. But nothing. It was like I was the only one trying to keep the night fun. So yeah, I just said it. I wasn't even thinking. Just came out. I don't even remember what I said before, but I blurted, "Man up, Ryan." I thought it'd be funny, but honestly, who am I kidding? I wasn't joking. I was frustrated, and I shouldn't have said that. Everyone laughed, sure, but Ryan, he just froze. He looked at me like I had just slapped him in front of everyone. It wasn't funny to him at all. He just stared at me and then turned away. It was like the room just stopped. People were still talking, but I could hear my heartbeat pounding in my ears. I'd seen Ryan upset before, but this was different. He didn't say a word, didn't defend himself. He just stood up and walked out. And I was stunned. What the hell just happened? He couldn't handle a joke? I've made dumb comments before, and he never reacted like that. Sure, I'd apologized before for saying something I shouldn't have, but like I was just trying to lighten the mood, right? But he looked like I had done something unforgivable. So I just stayed there. I didn't know what just went down, but the whole room felt tense. Honestly, I didn't think it was a big deal. We've had our moments, right? Like that one time when I bought all that random stuff for the house and Ryan didn't lose it. He just handled it. So why was this so different? But I guess that's when I messed up. I didn't realize how much I'd been pushing him for years. How many times I thought he'd just deal with it. I know it all started with the money. I've always been a little careless with it, and he's always been the one to clean up after me. I'd spend, he'd pay. Simple as that. But lately, I noticed him getting quieter about it, and I couldn't figure out why. Why was he holding back? That night wasn't just about the stupid comment I made in front of our friends. It was about everything else that had been building up. Constant tension over money. The way he'd shut down when we'd talk about our future, or how I'd mess up again and he'd have to fix it. I thought he was just being dramatic. But when he walked out like that, I knew it was more than just my words. I honestly thought he'd come back and apologize. Like, I thought he was overreacting. But nope. He didn't come back that night. Or the next day. And then, when he did call me, all he said was, "I need some space." Space? What the hell? I had given him space for years. Why couldn't he just get over it? That's what I told myself. But when he missed the kids' soccer game the next weekend, I knew something was off. Ryan never misses that game. Never. I felt guilty, sure, but part of me was like, what did I even do wrong? I mean, if he couldn't handle me saying that, how would he handle the rest of our life? I didn't even feel sorry at first. Like I said I was, but it wasn't because I understood what was wrong. I just thought it was a dumb comment, and if he couldn't let it go, well, maybe he wasn't the guy I thought he was. Looking back, though, I regret it. I mean, I still feel like I was right in some ways, but yeah, I guess I pushed him too far. I wanted him to stand up for himself, right? But now I'm stuck here, wondering where the hell he went. So yeah, maybe I messed up. Maybe I was wrong. But am I the only one to blame here? I don't know. Do you think he's overreacting? Should I even try to fix this? I don't know how to. I honestly thought he'd come back. I kept telling myself it wasn't a big deal. A stupid comment in front of our friends, he'd get over it. But he didn't come back. And he didn't even try to talk things through. I know what you're probably thinking. This is my fault, right? I shouldn't have said it. But I don't get it. It was 2 weeks later before I saw him again. The kids were with his sister, and I didn't have an excuse to not reach out, so I called. I was nervous. But I needed to do something. I couldn't just let him walk away. When he finally answered, his voice sounded flat. He didn't sound mad, but he didn't sound like he cared either. Hey, I said, trying to keep it light. How've you been? Good, he replied. That was it. That's all I got. So we need to talk, I said. About what happened. My voice shook, but I tried to keep it together. I didn't want to seem desperate. I didn't want him to think I was just some mess begging him back, but he didn't seem eager to talk either. I don't think there's anything to talk about, Lauren, he said. His words hit me like a punch. You said what you said, and it wasn't the first time you've pushed me. You've been doing this for a while. That stung. I wanted to defend myself, but his tone, it was different. He was tired. I could feel it. And it felt like he was done. Done with me. Done with us. I froze. He was right. I had been messing up for so long, and I didn't even realize it. Or maybe I did, but I didn't care enough to fix it. I didn't mean to hurt you, I said, my voice barely above a whisper. It was just a joke. You know how I am. But it wasn't just a joke, Lauren, he said, his voice firm. You don't realize how much you hurt me when you say things like that. When you make me feel like I'm not enough. I'm not just going to sit here while you tear me down, he added. And that hit me harder than anything he'd said before. I never took responsibility for anything, did I? I always blamed him or the kids or something else. I never thought I might be the problem. I never saw it. But now I do. I'm sorry, I said again, but it felt like nothing. It wasn't enough. I need more than just words, Lauren, he said, his voice quiet but strong. I need someone who sees what I'm doing and appreciates it. Not someone who expects me to fix things while they keep breaking it all. And then I realized. I had messed up and I didn't know how to fix it. I couldn't just say I was sorry and expect everything to be okay again. You can't fix it in one day, he said. You can't just say sorry and expect everything to be fine. His words hit me like a ton of bricks. I couldn't stop thinking about everything he said. For the first time, I could see things from his perspective. I didn't realize how much I was taking him for granted. I thought I was just going through some normal frustrations, but it was way bigger than that for him. We'd built something together, our family, our life, but here I was, chipping away at it little by little. I didn't mean to. I really didn't. But he was right. I'd been careless. Not just with money, but with his feelings. I never thought about how my words and actions were hurting him. I just assumed he'd always be there to fix it all, without realizing how much it was wearing him down. I wanted to say something, anything, to fix it, but I couldn't find the right words. I was choking on all the things I should have said a long time ago. I just don't know how to make this right, I said, my voice breaking. I don't know how to fix everything I've messed up. Ryan was quiet for a moment. It was like he was processing everything I said, but I could tell he wasn't sure if he believed me. I don't know either, Lauren, he said, his voice softer now. But I can't keep living like this. I can't keep pretending that everything's okay when it's not. I felt like the ground was crumbling beneath me. I had messed up, and now I could see the weight of it. The truth was, I had taken him for granted, and I hadn't even realized it until it was too late. I thought he'd always be there, that we could just keep going, but now it was clear he couldn't keep doing this. Please, Ryan, I said, my voice barely above a whisper. I'll do anything. I'll change. I just need a chance. But deep down, I knew it wasn't that simple. I knew that a simple apology wasn't going to fix what I had broken. And honestly, I didn't know if I could change fast enough to make things right. Ryan looked at me, his face filled with exhaustion and frustration. I don't know if I can believe you anymore, he said, his words sharp and cutting. Every time I think things will get better, they don't. I don't know how many times I can keep trying if you're not even willing to meet me halfway. The silence hung heavy between us, and it felt like I was suffocating. I had no more excuses, no more reasons. The weight of everything I had done was crushing me, and I didn't know how to make it stop. I'm sorry, I said again, the words sounding hollow in my ears. I messed up. I know I did, but somehow even my apology didn't feel like it was enough anymore. Ryan leaned back in his chair, his eyes tired and distant. You say you're sorry, Lauren, but your actions don't match your words. You keep expecting me to fix everything, but you don't even see what you're doing to me. His voice was calm, but there was so much weight in it. I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. And then it hit me. I wasn't just losing Ryan. I was losing everything. Kids, our life, everything we built together. And all because I couldn't get my act together. Please, Ryan, I whispered, my voice cracking. Please don't leave me. But I knew he was done. He had tried. He had tried so many times to make things work, and I hadn't seen it. I hadn't appreciated it until it was too late. Lauren, I'm not leaving you, he said slowly, his voice cold now. But I can't keep doing this. I can't keep pretending that I'm okay with this. You're breaking me. I wanted to scream, to plead with him, but the words didn't come. I had broken him. I had pushed him so far that there was no going back. I sat there, feeling more lost than I had ever felt before. I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know if I could. I sat there, trying to collect my thoughts, but everything felt jumbled. It was like my brain couldn't process what was happening. Ryan, I don't know how we got here, I said, my voice shaky. I don't know when everything started falling apart, but I didn't mean for it to get this bad. He didn't say anything, just stared at me, his face unreadable. I could tell he was exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally. I've been carrying everything, and I thought you were with me, I went on, my heart pounding. But now I'm realizing that maybe I've been asking too much from you. I never saw it. I never noticed. Ryan finally looked away, his gaze falling to his hands on the table. It's not about you asking too much, he said quietly. It's about me constantly trying to pick up the pieces after you keep breaking them. I love you, but I'm tired, Lauren. I'm tired of fixing everything. I can't keep living like this, pretending like it's okay when it's not. I felt my stomach twist. The weight of his words was too much to bear. All I could do was sit there, feeling like everything was slipping away, like I was watching the best part of my life fade in slow motion. Ryan, I'm so sorry, I said, tears finally starting to slip down my cheeks. I didn't know I was doing this to you. I never realized how much I was hurting you, how much I've been making you feel like you're alone in all of this. He didn't respond at first, and for a moment I thought he might just get up and leave again. But he didn't. He just sat there, looking at me with such a sad, tired expression. I'm not saying it's too late, Lauren, he said, his voice soft but firm. But I can't keep living like this, pretending everything's fine when it's not. I need more. I need you to show me you care, to show me that we're still worth fighting for. His words stung, but I knew they were true. I had been living in my own world, ignoring everything that was right in front of me. Now, with every word he said, it was like I was waking up from a deep sleep, finally realizing the damage I had caused. I will change, Ryan, I said, my voice breaking again. I swear I will. I've been so selfish, and I'm sorry. I don't know what to do anymore. I felt completely helpless, but I couldn't give up on us. I want to fix this. I want to fight for us. I just need you to give me a chance. Ryan looked at me, his expression softening just a little. Change doesn't happen overnight, Lauren, he said, shaking his head. You say you'll change, but I need to see it. I need to feel it. You can't just say you'll fix things. You have to actually do it. I nodded, understanding what he meant. I know, I whispered. I just need time and I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. For the first time in a long while, I felt like there might still be hope for us. But I knew it wouldn't be easy. It was going to take time, effort, and a lot of work on both our parts. I couldn't expect him to just forgive me, to just move past everything I had done. But I was willing to do whatever it took to fix it. I just hoped it wasn't too late.